Hey y'all, it's Cassandra with Pecan Porch Boutique. Welcome back to my channel and my challenge, y'all. So I have decided, starting with these flips that you're gonna see in this video, I have challenged myself to take this junk that I flip and pay off my little car note. Yep, I have a little car note that's like hanging around. It's nagging me and I want to get it paid off. And I think that you can use junk to pay off your bills. For me, it's that car note. And I only owe like, $3,800 on it. And it's not much, but it's just, I want to pay it off. And I want to use my junk to do that. Because I think that you can absolutely find junk pieces, do simple upcycles, sell them for profit, and use them to pay your bills. I mean, who wants to go out and get a second job when you got money laying around? As the old folks used to say, there's money laying on the ground. All you need to do is pick it up. So come along with me as I transform these things that I picked up for junky pieces here and there. And let me know if you like it. If you do, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and keep up, because I'm gonna let you guys know how far I get on paying off my car, and see if I can do that by the end of the summer. All right, here we go. So y'all, I don't even really know what this was or is. I bought it at a garage sale for $3. It's made of tin. It looked like maybe it was a tray that went underneath something. I don't know. But I'm giving it some primer here, along with this vase that I got for $1 at a garage sale that's been sitting on my porch forever. And it's not like me. Well, I just kind of switched gears after my fingers were hurting from that doggone can, to watch these little birds that came in to grab a little bit of food and do some bathing in the bird baths. So y'all can see how big this piece of tin is, whatever it is. It's kind of rusted on the back side. And for the prime side, now I'm taking just my 220 grit sandpaper just to smooth it out. And then I'm going to go in with my JRV cottage color in white linen. This is an all-in-one paint, y'all, that has a built-in top coat, so you have to stir it up when you get it. After 2 coats, now I'm going to be putting on IOD's Cotswold transfer. This transfer is so cool, y'all. It makes 2 different signs. You have one with the pig, and then you have one with the sheep. I'm going to be using the one with the sheep. A flood of endless tears been laying on the ground for too long. So here I am, just kind of laying it out on my tin piece here, trying to find the center. And just with my stick, I'm just rubbing it all over. I kind of tend to do that first, and then I start to just peel back and rub my transfer on. This is really cool because you get to match this up, and I kind of like matching up these pieces. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to continue rubbing this on and matching it up. So you better treat me good, or I will leave you, 'cause So I kind of thought I had it all matched up, and I did, but then I realized that he was going to be a little too long and I was going to lose his feet. So I trimmed off the bottom part, and so his feet would fit in this in the frame here. But I'm not going to throw away those pieces. You'll see that I'm going to use those too as well. But I just continue matching him up and rubbing down with the transfer stick and peeling back the transfer. So much fun, y'all. But you'll see here, it's kind of hard to see because it's out of frame, but I took those little pieces that I trimmed off the bottom, and I'm going to put them over on the side. So now I'm just using my 220 grit sandpaper just to kind of rub back some of the newness of the transfer. You can absolutely age your transfers too, y'all. And then I'm going to go in with my DIY liquid patina, and I am going to seal it all up. Look how pretty this turned out, y'all. What do you think? I just love how this turned out on this old tin piece of whatever it was.
Because I care for me now. I picked up all the million pieces of my broken heart. Now I don't need you, so you better treat me good or I will leave you. Baby, when I'm falling, I'm falling down deep. I don't need to go there. I don't wanna go there, no, 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 no.
So here's that little vase thing again that I was priming out in the backyard. I'm going to go in again with JRV's white linen and vintage mint on this piece, because I want to use some decoupage paper, and decoupage is best if it's if the underneath it is white, because it makes your paper, your image on your decoupage paper stand out a little bit better. So I'm using a paper called Fashion. It's from the Calembour line, and it's sold by Decoupage Queen. And here you'll see me just taking my wet brush and trimming out the shape of where I want the decoupage paper to go. And then I just take my fingers and I tear along that wet line. And again, I'm going to be using DIY's liquid patina to lay my paper down.
So you better treat me good or I will leave you. I wanna be with you. 'Cause I'm falling, 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 falling. I wanna be with you. 'Cause I'm falling, falling, falling.
요즘 사람들은 더 이상
And here I'm using IOD's Trimmings 3 mold. Can y'all see me where I hesitated right there? I had no idea which trim I wanted to use, but I finally decided on one. So here you'll see me using some baking soda to kind of flour up my trim, taking out my IOD clay. That baking soda or cornstarch, whichever you want to use, really helps to be able to release the mold. And so then I'm just going to trim off the excess of the mold, and I like to lay my molds down and roll my casting out. It seems to work a little bit better.
유치해 미안해 하지만 내 마음
Now the molds are still wet, but I'm going to go ahead and paint them with my DIY black velvet, because I want to get those edges. And then I'm just going to use, once they're dry, I'm just going to use my Tite Bond Quick and Thick, and I'm just going to lay it around the edge of where I decoupaged it, so to kind of frame it in a little bit. And now comes the magic, y'all. I'm going to be using my Pint Art metallic wax paste in copper to just dry brush around that black that I painted the molds with. And look how much it popped out. And then I'm also going to be taking that same copper color and just adding it randomly on that that kind of textured part of this piece, and then buffing it back. And look how cute this turned out for something that was so dang dusty and sitting on my porch forever. I love it.
유치해 미안해 하지만 내 마음 꾸며진 말들보다 더욱 소중한데.
So now I'm going to be using my Roycycle decoupage paper called the Owl. And I found this big frame thing at Goodwill, y'all. But I realized that it's actually a mirror that someone has already frosted. So I'm going to be applying this paper to this big mirror. And I am going to, right now you'll see me again wet cutting, just taking my little wet brush, trimming it off and pulling around the edges to give me a kind of a tattered edge so I don't have that straight edge. And then I'm going back with my JRV white linen and my JRV vintage mint around the frame. But for the most part, I'm leaving the majority of my middle part of that white. So again, my paper can pop off of that.
Cause you are my baby.
And my DIY liquid patina, y'all, that is my favorite for decoupaging with. So you'll see me here just putting it down, using my cling wrap to kind of smooth down and smooth out any wrinkles. I'm going kind of in fast mode here, but it's pretty simple. Now I'm going to use that same liquid patina and I'm going to seal it over the top. Now this is where y'all might freak out, okay? But don't. So when you use that back over the top of the paper, you're going to get some wrinkles. You're going to get some wrinkles, y'all. But let it dry. They will go away. And so now I want to use my IOD Franz stamp and my butterfly stamp. And I want to add a little bit more forest around my owl. And so you'll see me here just using my ink on top of my thin mount and pressing it down. Press down, hold it firm, don't let it slide around. And you'll also see me putting it on the paper, y'all, because I rubbed too hard and I rubbed a little hole in the paper. So I'm camouflaging it with some of these stamps. And sometimes it's so doggone hard to know when to stop, y'all. So I decided I wanted a little bit of typography as well. So I am using IOD's typesetting stamp, one of my favorites. And then I'm going to use the little apostrophe from the IOD's newest letter stamp, which is called Letterpress. And I'm adding the typography, Nature's Beauty, the Owl. And look how cute this turned out, y'all. I just love this guy or girl, whichever.
What's it gonna take for you to show feels, yeah. I've been trying to take it slow, but my patience low. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna take for you to love me, yeah.
So I love this little scallop bowl, y'all, that I picked up at a garage sale. I think I paid like $2 for it. And it has some markings on the bottom, like I think it was made in 1960, I think. So it's not a real antique. But I'm going to go ahead and give it, again, I'm using JRV's white linen, all-in-one paint. It is sold by DIY Paint, but curated by Jamie Ray. So you'll see me here now. I'm going to use the birds from the Brocante transfer. And this paint actually saved me a step because typically you want to seal before you put down your transfer. But it already has this top coat in it. So all I had to do was to put my transfer on. And even though I have to seal over the top, it did save me a step. And look how cute this turned out, y'all. And now here I go. I got to go back with some more metallic. And my favorite is gold. So I'm just going to add a little bit of gold around those decorative pieces around the top. And I'm going to put it on the bottom as well.
One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. Immature lover who don't use big words, yeah.
So y'all, this is the last of my cabinet door stash. I bought these at a garage sale a while back, and I've used them all except this one. And so I'm going to be using this one, using part of Roycycled Farm Animals decoupage paper. I'm going to be using the cows. So I've given it 2 coats of, yes, again, JRV's white linen. And I'm again using my DIY liquid patina to lay it down with some cling wrap. Some of these are such easy, simple transformations, y'all. And so I took a little bit of 220 grit sandpaper and kind of distressed around the edges. And look how cute they turned out. I think it's a cow and a calf, don't you? I think it's a mom and a child. I don't know. But look how cute they turned out, y'all. Such a simple transformation out of an old cabinet door. So I'm curious to know if you guys had a favorite, and if so, which one? I think for me it was the owl. But you can find any of the products that you saw me use in this video on my website at www.pecanporchboutique.com. Thanks so much for watching.